All right, so heading in your books, percentages, and we'll stop it. The maths of percentages is very, very simple, but simple, different things. So you've got to be really careful and read the questions well. So when you've got 17 out of 40, that would be like, and hope nobody gets 17 out of 40 for an assignment or a test, but how would the teacher write that? How do they write 17 out of 40? I don't write it in words, do I? Over, that's right. So I would write this as 17 over. That line means divide. We want to change that to a percentage. So how do we do that? We pop that in our calculator, and to change a decimal to a percent, what do? Times 100. That's right. Okay, so pretty basic. You should have your calculators where we can go 17 over 40 times 100. Comes up like that. You press your fraction to decimal, whatever, 42.5. And you must put percent. We've got, what if it is of? Both have got ofs, but one is out of, one is of. So in mathematics, of means times. I can't write 17%, I want to pop it as a decimal. How do I change a percent to a decimal? Divide it by 100. So for those of you who are going, oh, it's after lunch, I'm weary, you can write 17 over 100 and make the calculator do all the work. For those of you clued in, you know straight away, what is 17% as a decimal? 0.17. So if you want to write 0.17, go for it. So imagine, got a t-shirt getting 17% off because you got, I don't know, frequent buyer discount. We just work that out. So off to your calculator, whack it in there. Anyone want to tell me, why do I know it has to be less than 8? What can I know already? It's got to be less than 8. Close. Everybody should be able to get easily 10% of something. How do you get 10% of something? Just divide it by 10. So I know 10% is going to be 4. 20% would then be double 10, double, yep. So what's double $4? 8. So I know 20% is 8, so 17%'s got to be less than. So we never just go, oh, calculator said so. We've always got to be, is it reasonable? Okay, so to the calculator, 17 over 100 times 40. 6.8, that seems reasonable to me. Again, people, if they're using your calculators, remember you could do 17 just divided by 100 times 40. Works the same way. Fraction button is beautiful though. If your fraction button doesn't come up, let me know, because that's something that you need to learn how to use your calculator. Open your calculator, you've got to type this in and know how to do it, okay? So we said last lesson, it's a bit of twofold. 1, it's a little bit of maths, but 2, it's mainly learning how to use your calculator, all right? So, pretty simple. I'm hoping you did this in primary school, if not year 8. All right, now, a little bit of year 9 manoeuvres. Do I need to stop? 1% first. So divide that by 17. That will give me 1%. But what I do to 1, I have to do to the other. That's right. So we're going to divide that by 17 as well. So 1% will then be 40 over 17. So how do I then get 100%? Well done. Does anyone know what these little dots mean? Therefore, that's right, we fancy it up a bit. Look impressive. Therefore, 100% will equal 40 over 17 times 100. And I need more space. So if you have this on one page, if you forget next lesson, you can go back and find it. What do we get? 235. Now imagine this was in a test or an assignment and you can't click on the button to find your answers. What could we do to check that we're right? We're saying 17% of this number is 40. So what do you think we could do to check it? Come on. What could we do to check? 17% is 40. Well, couldn't we find 17% of this? So that's not a divide, that's a 0.17 times 235. Drum roll, please. We should get 40. If we don't, rot roll, I've told you the wrong thing. Huzzah! Why are we not exactly 40? Rounded. Okay, so when we did 40 divided by 17 times 100, you guys didn't give me the decimal. So if we went 235, if we were nice and accurate, we get really close, much closer to the 40. Does that make sense? Are we all happy so far? Not happy? 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 Okay. Just two more things and then you're all going to go ahead and just do your work and I can come and help you individually if you're stuck. You can tell us, how do we find or how do we increase something by 1%? How would you do it? You want to be bold? Nope, don't want to be bold. I'm talking to the mic. You want to be bold? Anyone? All right, so would you agree we would find 17% of 40 and then add it on to 40? Now, we've already done that, right? So I hope you all know that 46.8 would be our answer, correct? But you would have to do this. Then you have to add on the 40 and put your answer. Watch this. Grab your calculators and go 40 times 1.17. What do you get? Oof. 46.8. You have done that in just one line, not two. Does anyone know why? Magic, maths magic. Just magic? Just pulled it out of thin air? Yep. That's right. So when we're increasing 40 by 17%, 40 is the whole amount, which is 100. Would you agree? And then we're adding on the 17%, 100 plus 17 gives you 117. That's why we're timesing by 1.17. Make sense? Because this is 100, the question was, why is the decimal there? Good question. 117%, how do we change a percent to a decimal? Divide by 100, 1.17. So, if I want to increase something by 30%, what would I times by? What would be the multiplier? Be bold, come on. You increase by 17%, we times by 1.17. 1.3, look at that, you're bold, you're correct. If I want to increase something by 82%, oops, I should have put the percent there, that's probably why you were just staring. What do I have to multiply by? 1.82, good. Here comes tricky maths. What if I multiplied by 1.04? What would I be increasing by? 4%. Well done. I thought some of you might say 40, but could not trick you. Good for you. Common sense? I love maths. It's logical. All right. So on that note, maths is logical. When I'm increasing by 17%, we added it to 100. What do you think we're going to do if we want to decrease? Ooh, minus 100. No. You're taking 17 from 100. That's right. So we're going 100 minus 17. So we're going to go 40. Now, let's see if you can do it without using a calculator. What is 100 take 17? You're on fire. So 100 take 17 is 83. So we multiply by 0. Oops, can I save that? I can't save that, can I? No. I cannot save it. Don't know what I was thinking because I'm talking and writing at the same time. Now remember we knew 17% was 6.8. So we should get 40 minus 6.8 when we do it in one swift maneuver. 40 times 0.83. 33.2. Which makes sense. Agreed? So, now when you get home tonight, you're doing a little bit of homework, you might forget some of this. So that's why you're going to go to this summary page. It's beautiful. You will go to this summary page and you can go back and have a look. Oh, what did I do when it was out of? Bang. What did I do when I had to increase? Bang. All right. If I want to decrease by 30%, what would my multiplier be? Huh? 0.7. Okay? What if I wanted to decrease by 82%? What would I have to multiply by? In your head, you're going, what's 100 take 82? You went shopping, had $100. You spent 82. You big spender. How much you got left? 18. Close, but no cigar. So 18, correct. So we would multiply by 0.18. Hello.
Why aren't you at 43.2? Isn't it 33?
It's 33 because I'm talking and writing at the same time. Thank you. Sorry. You can fill that in. What was it? 33.2. Sorry. Oops. I was talking too much and I wrote the wrong answer. Me too. Shh. And of course, if I'm decreasing by 4%, what do I have to times by?
0.0.
No. So 0.04, you will find 4%. Then you'd have to take it off. We want to do it in one line, right? One line. So we go 100, take 4 is 96, so times by 0.96. Now, again, tomorrow or tonight when you're working on this, are you going to remember?
Probably not.
These are your notes. So if you want to, right, you can add notes. Go to decrease in one step, take away from 100. These are your notes. Being organised is going to make maths so much easier for you. Seriously. This is no longer on your page of notes. This is a fresh page. We're going exercise 3. C. Question 1. Now, I don't know all of you yet very well. If this is like, oh my God, I did this and I've got it in my mind, I've got it okay, you are allowed to do the last row. If it's not too bad, you can do every second one. If you're having to stop and think, I think you need to do every one for practice. Think Don Bradman. Okay, cricketer, he just kept practicing and practicing and practicing and he became the best, one of the best in the world. All right, what I'm writing in purple. So it's on Daymat. What I'm putting in purple is what you have to write. So 55% of 8, we are going 0.55 times 8. equals, right? That was like 15 seconds, if that. Correct? So this should not take us all day. If you didn't like the 0.45, then you would say 55 out of 100 times 8, whichever you prefer. I don't care. Pick one. All right, we good? Go, you good thing. It's on day map what you have to do. Love your work, love your style.